Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We are stood at Manchester Square, right next to the Manchester pub on the promenade, if you know it. But we're not actually stood on the promenade, that's down there. So hello everybody, thanks for joining us on this live stream. So we're going to start doing a tour very shortly. So we're going to make our way, or we're going to start here at Manchester Square with a ghost story. And then we're going to head into Tramtown. And we're going to be going into various buildings and dark areas in Tramtown. Woo. Some with lights on, some with lights off. We've got torches and everything. And we're going to be going around and obviously getting some stories off David. This is David behind us. Give us a wave, David. Yep. You may recognise him from the Tramtown video we did before. But we have got a special guest with us tonight. If you watch a load of YouTubers in Blackpool, you may recognise this gentleman here. Stephen from Walk on the Wild Side. Get him subscribed. He's fantastic. Go have a look. I've watched Steve for years. He does a lot of the quirky side of Blackpool, the good stuff and the bad stuff. I've also got a guy from Tramtown, a health and safety guy as well, just to make sure we don't fall down any pits or any holes, because it is dark in there. But anyway, happy Halloween or Halloween to everybody, and also welcome to the live stream. But also while we're here as well, I just want to mention, I've put a link in the description below, and when we're going to Tramtown, they are raising money to fix the roof at Tramtown because it is knackered and it's falling apart. David, our resident tour guide here, this one, he's going to be doing very soon some ghost tours at Tramtown. So they're going to be starting to do actual ghost tours as well. So keep your eye on their website for when those are starting, but you can sign up to those as well. And again, all that money goes towards Tramtown. Yeah, we're all scared now, right?
We're now outside the old lifeboat house, the old lifeboat station. This is where the lifeboat used to be housed many years ago. It's now more on the promenade, and it used to be taken by horses along over the promenade, and it wasn't as flat and straight as it is now many years ago. But this has now been converted into a, well, it was recently like a hub for young people and stuff. I don't know what it's doing at the moment. It's like just been abandoned at the moment. But anyway, but it relates to a story perhaps. Many years ago, there were houses around this area before the hotels were built, and one of them used to put a light in the window to pretend that it was a lighthouse and it was guiding the ships safely to shore. What it was actually doing was making sure that they ran aground and then they could plunder the cargo. There was apparently a gentleman that you may have heard of through Darren's previous...
the Rakes Hall one.
The Rakes Hall one. There was a Mr. Butcher, who one minute didn't have, well, let's say we didn't have a lot of money. Next minute there was a beach ship which got emptied very quickly, and then the next minute he bought Rakes Hall, which is a huge mansion. So, you know, do the maths sort of thing, I think. So that relates to the candle that was put in the window of the house along here somewhere, not exactly sure where, but it obviously relates into the lifeboat because they would have been launched to rescue the people from the boat that had been wrongly brought ashore.
So we're making our way down Rigby Road now, and we're heading into Tramtown. So what we're going to start in some of the workshops at the side of Tramtown, which are actually part of the bus depot. And it's also where they repair the trams at the depot as well. And then we're going to make our way into the... Now one of the rooms is floodlit, so it's quite bright. But they're then going to go into a back room behind, which is pitch black. And I'm going to get my torch out. And we're going to do some walking around there and a bit of listening as well. But we're also going to make our way onto some of the trams inside and try and go up the top and walk around the trams because they are really creaky and spooky. I've already done it earlier on. I did a risk assessment with the health and safety guy and we went on top of one of the trams and it was really spooky. So we're going to go up one of the trams and we're going to go into some offices as well. There's plenty of stuff to see in Tramtown. So as you... And we're going to head through this door here into the workshops.
This is canteen. Right, here we go.
Is it dark? It is dark
in here. Yeah.
So we're going to head. I'm going to take you up there into the offices. So let's see if we can see anything up here or hear anything. But there's 5 of us in here. So let's make our way up these stairs. This is an old foreman's office in the paint shop. Creaky floors. It's so dark in here. We can see out over the depot out there. Just shine the torch through. You can just see through there. Got a mini in there. But so far, it's very eerie when you stop talking. We are going to try sit in the dark a bit later on and try do a call out, see if we can hear anything. We're all a bit skeptical, but if you hear anything, I'll believe it. Can't hear anything.
No.
It's silent.
Silence of the trams.
Silence of the trams, love it. Not the body shop like the shop where you buy all your cosmetics and stuff.
Not quite. Not today.
So this is where they've got the horror tram, or the terror tram, as it's known. You can just see it there in front. Did you hear that bang then?
It's all right, you'll get natural bangs in here, it's all right.
Yeah.
Expanding metal and...
That sort of thing, yeah. If it's windy, it would be all sorts in here. Yeah.
I mean, here we go, there's the
Terror tram. Yeah.
terror tram, which you used to see walking up and down the promenade, driving up and down the promenade. You see there the terror tram. This is currently being repaired.
This is the nearest to getting to the bus garage, because it's an operational garage and it's a bit dangerous running buses in and out at the moment and us wandering around. But one of the stories relates to in that garage, down at the far end, sort of level with the end of the tram sheds, but over slightly to the right, sorry, to the left from us here, are the fuel tanks. And what happens there quite regularly, apparently, is there's a gentleman seen there in a flat cap, and the reason that we know he shouldn't be there is that Blackpool Transport, quite reasonably, are very, very on the ball about high vis, especially at night, as you can imagine, and making sure everyone's visible. And this guy is just in black. He's just like got like a duffel coat or a flat cap and all that sort of thing. So the people are usually shouting at him, "Where's your high vis?" And when they turn around, he's disappeared.
Ooh.
And he's down at the far end of the fuel tanks. We're not sure who he is. We've not really found out what history he has, but he's seen quite regularly by a lot of the drivers who shout at him for not having the high vis. So we know that he's not really from 2022 anymore.
So somebody just said to us, why is the red tram outside? It's because they have to move them out to get the illumination trams out. The illumination trams are parked behind them in the depot, so they're running up and down the prom at the minute, obviously, because can't even speak. The illuminations are on, so the illumination trams are running up and down currently. So they've got to move these out of the way to get them out, and then they'll put them back afterwards. Shall we introduce you?
Oh, hello.
Hello, everybody. This is Janet.
Hi, everybody.
So you're live. This is our sensitive Janet, who's going to be accompanying us. And just before we get in the nice dark room back there as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
So we're just gonna
on the dark room.
high vis her up, and then we're ready to go.
All kosher then, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, maybe they're trying to keep us out, David.
I think so.
They're trying to keep us out,
Yeah, Janet just says that she thinks they're trying to keep us out.
Right, shall we venture up carefully?
I'll just get my torch on. That scared everybody.
Let's get everyone.
Hang on, I've got my strobe light on. I need to get that on.
Seems to have a bit of a problem with anything, a little bit.
Spiders' webs and got loads of them. All right.
Yeah, it's
Right.
getting interesting now, folks.
So there we go. This is an old, abandoned and condemned.
I think it's the electrical superintendent's office by the looks of it, with all the plans and drawings.
So if you remember when I did Tramtown,
Yes, you came in here.
we came in here and had a look round.
Yes, we did.
So shall we stay silent for a minute
Yeah,
to see if we can hear
absolutely.
anything?
But you've got to go silent folks, for a second to see if you can hear anything. Is that
in this corner.
up there? It's,
And the first one was
is
here.
that an emotion meter?
It's okay.
Oh, look at that there.
So you can feel it here. Just seem to be feeling, as you face the wall, I find it more.
I sense you're picking something up.
This is where I felt it the most, here and just there. I don't know if you can sense it the same.
Let me stand down here, see if I can feel anything.
I'll just bob down a little bit. Just in case there's a pressure. Just be careful, just push it out.
Janet said she could feel some pressure when she was stood here on her chest. I've got a bit of anxiety there because I'm thinking about it, but I can't feel anything.
If you turn around and face the wall, do you feel anything else? If you turn around and face that way, that's how I felt in that position.
I've got to face the wall and see if I can feel anything. I can feel like an anxiety rush from my chest.
Yeah.
You want to try it, Steve? See if you can, see
And where Dad is now in that corner as well.
if you can feel anything in the corner there, Steve. Do you feel it on your chest, you say?
Yes, it's always like here. Sometimes the smell, sometimes the sense, and then sometimes it's like the pressure. And that was lots of pressure. The main one is through there, and we go through there.
Ooh, so that's the dark bit in there.
Where most things happen.
So I think when we get in, we're going to turn the lights off and then.
Okay.
So let's head into the, I don't want to call it the dark room, what's it, the electrical compound.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a wander around as well.
Something I didn't think of till tonight, actually, is that, of course, I go off of a theory called stone tape theory as to what ghosts probably are, most of them, which is how they can be picked up in the atmosphere. Look it up sometime, it's far too complicated to go into really in any depth at the moment. But one thing I didn't think of till tonight is part of that is on about electrical power, electrical energy within the force fields of the Earth, North and South Pole, magnetic core of the Earth, blah, blah, blah. And of course, the whole point of this place is electricity. The tramway, everything to do with it is powered by electricity. So perhaps there is some sort of, I don't know, I'm not saying gateway exactly, but you know what I'm saying. I am the most sceptical person there is about this. It has to be scientifically proven for me to go, yes, there it is. Which is why stone tape is one of the more, to me, accepted theories of what ghosts are. The basics are that the theory, and it is a theory, is that the atmosphere can pick up or record under certain conditions we don't yet understand, sights, sounds and smells. Which is why, in theory, is why you see a ghost, it walks through a wall. If you find that the tape was made in 1860, that wasn't a wall back then, it was a door. And as it's only an image that's somehow been trapped on the atmosphere through the same sort of idea of videotape, because ferric oxide is in the atmosphere, which is what videotape basically is. So every constituent part of videotape is available in the atmosphere. Ferric oxide, magnetic field, north and south pole, ions in the atmosphere that make lightning, etc., etc. All the parts of making a videotape can be sort of attuned to what's in the atmosphere now. So is it impossible for somehow things to get taped and then repeated under certain atmospheric conditions? We don't know. It's an interesting theory, that's all it is. But as I say, it may have links to the fact that this place is literally here for electrical power, and that's linked to the stone tape theory. I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying it's an interesting hypothesis as to what they might be.
You feeling anything in here, Janet?
Well, when I came on a tour, which David I think did, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
a few-
he ran the tour. We were walking around here, and I was instantly drawn into that corner,
Yeah.
which I still am now. So I've got the pressure again right now. And I think there's some steps. This is a while, it's a couple of years ago.
Oh
I
yes,
think.
it's
Maybe
a few
3 years
years
ago.
back
Actually,
now,
we've had COVID
yeah,
since,
quite
haven't
a
we?
few years, yeah.
So we go down there and knew there's definitely been a death over there, without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, this also is the substation. If anyone's going to, if power's going to come and do any harm to anyone, it's going to be in there.
So we're going to head down to that
We're going to
corner,
head
aren't we?
there, look at the
If you
route
go
we
on
took.
147, I'll turn.
So we're going to head up these stairs, and David's got a story for us, and also We'll see if we can pick anything up while we're up there.
Just coming through there where the fellas are there, it's like a cobweb effect on my face. That was like a plasma. I could feel like it's like in spiritualistic terms, we call it when somebody comes really close to us. That was just as walking down there.
So
These are the steps we're drawn to in that tour.
We're going to go up the steps, folks.
I hope so.
Let's go up, shall we? I'll just turn the camera around so you can see me. So we're heading up these stairs. I've got to watch where I'm going, so I keep my eyes down. And then we'll stand at the end across the depot and have a listen. There's a wooden platform in front of me. Just turn the camera around so you can see. So at the end of the stairs now. So you can see one of the old trams down there, look. The old open top, I think it's called a boat tram, that. Got George Formby on the top there. Some of the deep pits down there as well, that's what we're trying not to fall down, hence why we put the cones over there. So we don't want to be falling down these pits.
It's quite heavy on it.
I was saying there's a guy who used to work in this office here behind me. He was repairing a piece of glass in the window, and he turned round, and one of the trams that was parked up here at the time, so there's a tram parked just there where that chassis is, and he said he saw a load of people dressed in Edwardian clothing or Victorian clothing stood on the top deck, and he said he sort of glanced away and then thought, did I just see that? And then glanced back, and there was nobody there in the tram. So that was just here where we stood on these steps here. So Janet says she's not getting very pleasant vibes right here.
Quite nauseous when I look over there as well.
So she's not.
My voice starts to go. So I think we should head down now because my voice has got reached. I don't want something to
So we
come
should
for me yet.
we should leave, she says. Go down the stairs. She's not liking it.
I'm going to head down. That's okay.
I'm going to light your stairs up for you,
Oh, thank you.
and then I'll follow you down. So if the lights go off, I think Bob's going to turn the lights off for us.
Yeah.
We're going to stand right here because we shouldn't be wandering around, obviously, because there's deep pits and holes in the ground here, so we can't be wandering around in the dark.
But there was definitely a sound in this area while you were up there.
And then, so the lights have just gone off, as you can see, so I'll turn this off. And let's have a listen. Really quiet, isn't it? So Janet says that there's something she's not happy about here. She's feeling something right here now. Put the light on a little bit. So we can hear some dripping noises or something from over there. We're not 100% sure what it is.
Even Jamie says he's very cold. Just in that spot.
Have you both gone really cold, he's saying?
Yeah.
It's just right there. Let me join you.
Yes, sure, join us, yeah.
So apparently it's really cold here.
Yes. Just
We can hear a lot of noises. I hear a lot of noises over there. But again, it could be water from the ceiling.
It's a water sound because it's metallic, like when you drop your hammer, or like more of a ping than a drip of water.
Yeah. There is water down there, look. And there's a leaky roof, so it could be that.
The noises are different.
But we think we can definitely hear some creaking as well, but again, there's a lot of objects here which will expand with the heat and things. You not feel well?
I've never felt that before, ever. Just something like on my throat.
You feel tight?
That's why I was coughing before. I haven't had a cough.
So Jamie, Janet,
do you feel okay?
and David have said that their throat feels really tight, a bit tense.
I didn't think anything of it with it being the throat.
David kind of dismissed it, but now these two have mentioned it. He's like, oh,
If anybody feels weak, hold on. If you feel weak, just in case, because there's something in between him. I don't need to put.
we can hear a lot of noises out the back there. But at the back of the building there is hotels behind there, so it could be that.
True.
And we're hearing a lot of noises in that corner there.
In the far corner.
It could be outside.
Yeah, it could be. This is 3 or 4 years ago. Janet really didn't like that at all. She was not happy there at all.
Them stairs there.
Yeah.
They're the
Up to the arcade.
stairs,
Yeah.
the spooky stairs.
You say you've got all the power coming in just right behind this wall here. Literally right behind us.
Do you see anything in the windows, anybody?
One more way over here.
Can hear some noises coming from the other room, but that's probably a tram coming in. There are moving trams next door, so we can hear. Can anybody see anything in the tram? The tram's supposed to be quite spooky.
This is the one that...
Just gonna have a look at the tram.
Just in the name Keith, that means, I don't know if Keith, yeah, I don't know if Keith's ever worked here, but you know, it's 1930s, it's probably likely to have somebody been called Keith here.
Yeah, it's possible, yeah.
But it's just got Keith.
So just trying to see if we can see anything moving on the tram.
So we want to go on 147.
Yeah, let's go on the tram. We'll go on the top deck, see if we can hear anything. Somebody's died down there.
Don't know it's this one, but yes, definitely in a pit, which is what we felt before. So I got a smell before.
Picking up that somebody's died down there, or in a pit, one of these pits here.
And this, if he's not happy, of course, because he's not crossed over the side properly, there'll be him here. That's what we may feel.
Janet's picking up somebody's died down in one of these pits here.
Well, that did happen. It was probably not this particular section necessarily. It may have been the other depot. In 1912, there was a gentleman by the name of Alexander Hollis. He was a worker here, and he did fall down a pit, and he died. And the council or corporation transport department felt a bit sort of sorry that it was on their watch. And so what they did was, because the trams used to go up Talbot Road, as they're about to for next year, up to North Station, but they carried on further and they went to Leighton. If you go to Leighton, where the road sort of diverges in Leighton Centre, there's a tram shelter there. It's more toilets and a clock tower now, but that was the shelter to wait for the next tram, because they went to the cemetery. And they took the body in the tram to the cemetery. But certainly in Britain, it's the only example we know of a tram being used as a hearse. And that happened in Blackpool in 1912 when somebody did fall down a pit called Alexander Hollis.
One for you there, Steve. Leighton Cemetery.
That's one for me, yeah.
Yeah, it's dead interesting in there.
So a few people on the live stream said that they thought they saw something up there.
Up in the top deck.
So I think we should go up to the top deck and just have a look in here while we're here. So it is a very old tram, like you say.
1927, something like that.
There you go, 1927.
Well, certainly 20s.
Definitely the 1920s, he says.
Jamie, you're sit next to me.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, while me and Jamie felt something before.
Yeah.
Sit next to each other. So I think this is the third window.
Steve's here now. Steven's here.
So that's the suspension.
That's
So,
all right. Just to make sure it's real.
so we've got a wobbly tram, but that's the suspension. Right, so we're all going to sit, turn the lights off, and then see if we can hear or see
We're
anything.
inside the tram and the lights are going to go off, folks.
Quiet.
Let's try this.
Something really, it wasn't us moving. I felt like the tram was rocking.
Yeah, I felt
It's
that.
like we're at sea, but it wasn't.
I was
Steve,
saying before, I know it has a suspension bit.
And we're all completely still, aren't we?
Stephen said he felt like the tram was moving, and I felt it as well. It's like it was rocking slightly.
We're purposely still, aren't we?
Yeah.
To make sure that doesn't happen.
So,
Was that knocking then?
Okay, let's try it then. If anybody's there and they want to communicate with us, please do knock or make a sound, once for yes and two for no. Was that you?
No?
What?
That was my...
You definitely heard that.
my
That was two bangs, wasn't it?
Did you hear that then? I heard it.
I heard it.
Three. Is anybody there? Please. That was a knock.
It was.
That was a yes. I was just going to say, please do a yes, okay? Thank you for coming through to us.
So is anyone here? Please make a noise.
What was the tap?
What was that?
That's it was in the depot.
Outside.
Yeah, to be fair.
I feel warm here.
Yeah.
We both feel very warm here, like I'm on fire. Are you feeling that?
Yeah.
What was that?
I heard something there.
Yeah, I heard something. There's a big bang down there near the wall.
Well, that knocking sound is
Downstairs.
It was outside.
Big bang outside, just next to the tram here, but there's nobody
There was
there.
another knock. When she said
Yeah.
no, there was a knock straight
was
away.
a knock, yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
make your presence known any clearer to us, please? Communicate with us any way you can.
Oh my goodness.
That was loud.
What was that?
I'm cold all over. Thank you for
That was in front of you,
communicating with us.
Stephen.
Yeah.
I actually felt that.
I felt it.
Oh, that was my ball.
That was like the woodwork, wasn't it?
It's
That's
ribbed,
strange.
you know, latted.
Time to go home now.
That was loud.
That was very loud. That was right in the centre of the tram at the other side.
Oh God, we've got 147 haunted now.
And we're all...
Are you a kind presence? Please do once for yes or two for no. Are you amenable presence with us? Yes, that was a, did you hear that thud then?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah?
we felt it again.
A friendly ghost, so to speak.
Good.
Were you a
Former employee.
That was yes.
That was a yes. That was a thud on the bottom of the tram.
I'm going to have to
Yeah,
ask.
it's all downstairs, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to ask. Okay, well, how about did...
Oh.
God, okay, he's right. I
felt that then.
A different way because he said yes. How about did he...
Was he an engineer?
Yeah, and then did he pass away on the premises? So I'll ask first, was he an engineer and did he pass on the premises? We'll do that separately.
Oh,
What was that?
Yes.
That was two. Two, that was no,
That was
and
two.
he wasn't.
We'll have to ask them
He
separately.
wasn't. He
So
was an
Janet
inspector.
just said, were you an engineer? And did you die on the premises? And there was two big
And it was
thuds.
a no because that he wasn't. He was an inspector.
Oh, right.
I didn't tell you that.
Oh, you didn't know, you
No,
didn't tell
I
us.
just said a worker.
Okay.
I
that's
said
fine.
I would. No, we didn't know that.
oh,
What was that?
oh my goodness.
That was, again, that was...
Noise.
I'm not quite sure what I thought. My ball was moving then. You know, like the...
What is that?
So that was right in the centre of the tram again. There
Was
is...
it downstairs?
All six of us are up here.
Downstairs, but I'm not...
So we keep... So when Janet asks a question, we can hear bangs, but they're at the side of me and Steve. Me and Stephen down here,
Yeah.
on the side of the tram. But there's all six of us are up here.
Should we go downstairs? Should we ask that one in unison again? Are you
I
ready?
prefer that just as
Would
we-
you like us to go downstairs?
Oh,
That was a
No.
third.
oh.
Seemed to be a no. didn't
That
it?
no.
What the hell is that? I can hear
Thank
the
you.
noise.
Who is thank the spirits after?
Right, yeah.
You were talking to
Thank
spirit,
you.
obviously.
Definitely heard that.
Oh, oh my goodness.
I want to go home
Ouija
now.
board now, I can't.
Mummy, I want my mummy.
Thanks very much, Mark, for that.
So we kept hearing these banging noises
Double check.
right there. In this area.
Right, I'm going to come back to where I was. You follow me. Not that little blue light, I don't believe that is.
No, that was usually
Just a
reflection of
second.
the
There,
light.
just you've got something on top left on screen then?
You can see the blue thing there, yeah.
Okay. See that then? Strike light?
Yeah, oh
There.
yeah, I saw that.
So you got all
Ready?
knocking it out.
And flashes of light. Oh, see that one there?
Saw that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Oh wow.
You can see the orbs going
Yeah,
across
I'm
the
going to
phone.
come round and just get you on my camera as well, just for a second.
There's a lot of stuff going on. What is that?
Are you sat still? Are you still behind me?
Just up behind you, yeah.
Did you see that person that reflecting there in that
Can you
window?
see all that stuff?
You can see all that now.
Right, I'm moving the camera over here to this window,
That is
just in front of Bob, because I thought I saw somebody move. That's why I was asking if you were still.
Zoom in if we can.
Oh, there you go.
That's really
There's a spirit
spooky.
going past.
Is Bob real?
Smile, Bob.
Maybe in spirit.
Can you see those
See?
things moving?
Yeah.
I'm going to go left now.
That's
So
weird,
me and
isn't it?
Jamie were where? There?
Really spooky.
That's where me and Jamie were. Let's have a look. Here we go. Oh, that was a good one. Did you see that then? Look at that one here.
That's what we were saying about before.
Yeah. Oh, they're brilliant. Wow. I don't feel quite as cold as I did. See, I'm coming across them. We've got orbs down here, fellas, again.
That's what I'm saying, is that we're sitting here now. We
Yes, let's sit the other end, yeah. Okay. Let me just get all these guys coming down. I'm going to film you coming down. I've got blue on his screen. I think that's just because of his camera. Yeah, it's the shape of that there. Let's just see if there's anybody by his head.
Are we going to go into the bottom floor? Have a look in the bottom floor.
Check your time going down.
Yeah, it's very tight here.
Coming down. Very, very.
Right, there's bits of dust there, you see, from his torch, so you can see those separate.
Me and Stephen heard some bangs right there,
In the middle,
right in the middle. Now Bob's sat over there,
I'm here.
got David there, I'm sat here, Steve's right next to me there, and them two were in there.
Yeah.
And yet we heard
Something over there.
the bangs sort of over in the middle here, but from the outside maybe. Yeah, that like downstairs, it was like a thump underneath, wasn't it?
What are you thinking, fellas?
We're now going to sit in here just for a minute and just see if we can hear anything in here, and then we'll move on around the depot.
Yeah.
The interesting thing when we were going beforehand, Jamie said we had to go around and make sure we knew where everything was, which is good, which is a good idea. And there was another gentleman with us called Carl, and he went upstairs and he said, "Ooh, this is weird up here." Now I didn't think much of it at the time, but now we've been up there.
Oh, you mean this?
This one,
Oh,
this
sorry.
particular tram. We got to the top of the stairs and ooh, this is spooky.
Yeah.
He didn't go on the top deck per se, he just made sure everything was okay. But he did actually say, "This is spooky, this is weird." And then came back down again. So yeah.
Just have a whiff of something like I did by the pit.
I can smell floral, something floral.
Floral.
Yeah, floral.
And there's nothing floral in
Yeah.
here, is there?
No, just got it then. It's like a perfumey
Oil
smell.
and tickets.
I just got like like a bulbous oil kind of smell.
Is anybody there who'd like to communicate with us, please?
You hear that?
Someone out there.
Yeah.
Give us a signal, please.
Me and Bob just felt something behind us here.
Okay, and there was a wind then. Did you hear that wind? Ooh.
We felt something behind us
Did you?
in the driver's cab here.
Both turned round at the same time.
Yeah, me and Bob, we both got our backs to the driver's cab, and we're at the end of the tram, and we just felt something move down there, like a bit of vibration. Wasn't it? So we're hearing noises from the tram depot as well,
Yeah.
but the knocks are in here. Yeah, that's definitely the tram depot.
I think somebody fell off roof.
You can hear them slamming doors out there.
I was going to say, I've never heard it that clear in my life before. Would you prefer us to be upstairs to communicate? That was too,
hell was
that
that?
was too knocks.
It was.
I know a lot of you don't believe it all and are very sceptical. I mean, I'm very sceptical, but
Oh, yeah.
we're here for the experience. Let's try it. Let's see what happens.
But there is one more, the Phantom Tram, that's supposed to happen. This is up at the Claremont, which is the stop sort of past into North Shore area, past the Metropole, if you know that area. What happens usually in the winter, and you'll see why it's winter normally in a minute, with the stories that happen. People will be waiting at the Claremont stop, tram stop, which is still there, and the tram will, you'll feel the tram go past, you'll hear it go past, you'll even see the water getting pushed out of the tracks if it's rained recently, because they do fill up in the channel, as you can see like that down here. That would fill up with water quite easily if it's been raining. The water will be seen to be being pushed out by sort of wheels, and yet no physical tram goes past. You can hear it, you can feel it, but you can't see it, and even as I say, the water gets pushed out. People will then ring up the depot complaining that the tram's gone past and left them, and then the driver they'll obviously ask the inspector what driver number, what vehicle number, so they get the right driver for giving him a telling off. And of course they can't give a number because it doesn't physically exist. The thing isn't a tram, it just feels like a tram's gone past, and you can hear that this tram's gone past, but there's no number. because there's nothing to see. And so the inspector will say, "Oh, are you up at the Claremont stops there?" And they'll go, "Yeah, how did you know that?" "Oh, it's all right, so we know all about it." It happens quite regularly during the winter.
Is that an excuse for when it blobs?
Yes,
It's a ghost tram.
it's a ghost tram.
So we're heading up now. It is covered in tarpaulin because they do have a leaky roof. So we'll head over this side. So this is one of the open top trams that you see in Blackpool going down the promenade. And we're going to shout out across the depot, so I'll turn my torch off because I don't think it's needed now. And so here we are. You can see the whole tram depot here. Steve's still making his way down. We're going to stand up here and get some, see if we can hear any noises in the depot. You can see all the trams go all the way back there, look, to the other side. All the way around. And right down the far side down there. So apparently Janet and Jamie can't go beyond this point here.
And we're not feeling it.
They're not feeling it. Why don't you just sit in the middle then? If it's,
We're going to go back to here.
you're going to go back to the other side.
Just say me and Jamie out. 1, 2, 3. Is
Is there anybody there? That was a big bang, but that was down there.
Okay.
So you can hear a lot of noises, but
Are you getting some noises?
there's people out the front. Because it's a working yard, so there's people out the front, so we can hear them talking. And people in the distance on the promenade. Fireworks outside as well. So we're trying our best to listen for noises here, not outside. And again, there's dripping water right behind me here. You can hear the water dripping on top of the trams.
Oh, shall I do that?
Yeah, do your orb camera again. Let's try that. Janet's going to get her orb camera out.
Get my hopes out.
Get your orbs out. She's going to get her orbs out.
There's a new advert, isn't it?
You said that one.
She said that, not me.
I can say that.
Before I get all the comments.
Oh, there, there's one that passed then. Do you see it?
Yeah, I saw that. I can see that. See all them there?
David, don't move.
Can you see that?
Don't move.
So hold on, David.
Hold on with both hands. Because they're flying up the stairs.
They're coming up the staircase. Wherever it is.
Yeah, they are. See, I meant there's 2 or 3 more then. Don't move.
I can see them on my camera as well.
Yeah, good.
I can see them here.
Here.
Coming up.
Oh, there's a big one went past then. I think that was just out of your shot, I think, then. When you just said it then. Okay.
So all these orbs are coming up here.
Yeah. Oh, that's your finger. I wonder what it was then.
That's my finger.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one then. You see it then? Shut up.
You can see all the trams parked up here. Well, I hope you enjoyed this slightly. I'm not going just yet, but just saying, I hope you enjoyed this slightly different live stream. I just wanted to try something completely different. Sorry, I'm too busy chatting away.
Absolutely amazing, yeah.
You
What
enjoy
an
this?
amazing night we've had here at Tramtown, and great to do the video with Darren here. Absolutely amazing. It's been an awesome experience, and I hope everyone enjoys the live streams. Mine and Darren's. It's been really.
Subscribe to Walk on the Wild Side.
I'm subscribed to AdventureMe.
Say a big thank you to Janet for joining us this evening,
Thank you.
and
thank you
being
for
our
joining.
sensitive guide this
Yes.
evening.
Hope to do it again soon.
So big
Must
thank
go
you.
Now. Need to recover from the
We need a
spirits.
different venue, don't we?
Definitely. We know a few.
A big thanks to Janet for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Janet. Also, a big thank you to Jamie for making sure we don't die, and fall down any holes or any.
Usually guinea pig.
I'm Bob for taking up the behind. That's what you were always behind me.
Rephrase that.
Big thanks to Bob, and also a big thank you to a friend of the channel. You know him. He's been on plenty of our videos.
Thank you.
Winter Gardens, Rakes Hall. You weren't in the Rakes Hall one, but you were there. You were there. And also Blackpool Central and here at Tramtown. So a big thanks to David for joining us once again. And he is your ghostly tour guide as well if you come to Tramtown. So a big thanks to Councillor Paul Galley for allowing us to come down to Tramtown and and do a ghost hunt, which they've never done before. Good night from all of us at Tramtown and Blackpool. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.